Before the run, after the run. So why do we sweat? Everyone knows. We sweat so we can cool down. That's easy. But how does that actually happen? What's going on with chemistry that actually makes you cool down when you sweat? Sweat needs to evaporate. When that sweat leaves your body, you cool down. Now we have to recall an important thing. Remember that water is a polar molecule. Since it's polar, it has strong intermolecular forces, meaning that one water molecule will be attracted to another water molecule and they'll stick together in the liquid phase. So you need to cause those water molecules to pull apart, to go into the gas phase. Now to do that, that water is going to need energy. And where does it get its energy from? Well, that water gets its energy from you. It steals your heat energy as it goes through the phase change of liquid to gas. You end up drying off and you cool down. So let's explore some special situations with sweat. We'll first look at the wind when you're hot. You've probably noticed when you're really hot, you stand in front of a fan or you feel a breeze come by, you feel better. The sweat actually evaporates from your body more quickly. More sweat comes to the surface of your skin and more sweat evaporates. You cool down. Next, we'll look at the wind when you're cold. That's what windbreakers are for. They stop the wind from hitting the surface of your skin. Without that extra energy, you're more likely to keep your heat because the water isn't evaporating from your skin. Next, let's talk about sweating in dry locations. This is you after your run, but thankfully you've been running in Arizona. The dry air helps the sweat evaporate more quickly. The heat is stolen from you to complete the phase change from liquid to gas, and your sweat disappears. You end up feeling really cool. Let's next talk about sweating in humid locations. That's here, after your run in Michigan. You know in the summer how humid it can get. The humid air prevents the sweat from evaporating. There's already too much water in the air. It's not going to leave your body. That sweat stays on your skin. It doesn't steal heat and leave. So, now when you're done with your run, you're still hot and sweaty. You've probably also noticed this with hand sanitizer. Its main ingredient is ethanol. It has lower intermolecular forces than water, so it evaporates quite quickly. It steals the heat from your hand and goes from a liquid to a gas. Sometimes if you move your hands around and wave them in the air, your hands actually feel cold. As that heat's being stolen from your hand, you feel the cold sensation in your hands. You've just lost heat. And lastly, some of you have watched that soccer game when an unfortunate injury happens. Everyone runs around in panic. The person rolls around on the ground because their injury is so bad. The trainers rush out onto the scene, and they have some type of magic spray that they spray onto the injured area. Now I would imagine that most of this is placebo, but let's also look at the science. This spray has very low intermolecular forces and high vapor pressure. It's going to go from the liquid phase to a gas phase immediately, stealing heat from the person's leg. When it steals heat from their leg is feeling numb, they feel fine, and they can proceed on with the action. So as we close, let us not forget the amazing story of disappearing liquids are cool. Well, I guess they aren't cool. You're cool now because they stole your heat.